Are you somebody who's been working out consistently and not seeing the results you want? Maybe you haven't had any major muscle gains or physique changes in a while. If this is you, pay close attention because we are about to talk about how you can force muscle growth through a concept called progressive overload. Stay tuned until the end for actionable steps you can take to start making a change today. First, let's get a basic understanding of what progressive overload is and why it's important for muscle growth. Progressive overload is a principle of strength and muscle training that involves gradually increasing the demand on the muscles in order to stimulate growth and adaptation. The science behind this principle is based on the concept the SAID principle, which stands for Specific Adaptations to Imposed Demands. The SAID principle states that the human body adapts to the demands placed upon it, and specifically, it will adapt to the stress of progressive overload by increasing muscle strength and size. Essentially, when a muscle is subjected to a demand that is greater than what it's used to, it will respond by becoming bigger and stronger so that it can better handle the demand placed on it. The science behind progressive overload involves manipulating several factors in order to continuously challenge the muscle and promote growth. There are 5 factors involved in challenging the muscle. These factors include increasing the weight lifted, increasing the number of repetitions performed, increasing the number of sets performed, decreasing rest periods, and increasing the time under tension. First, let's talk about increasing the weight lifted. The amount of weight you should increase at a time using progressive overload depends on several factors such as your training experience, current strength level, and specific exercise you are performing. As a general guideline, a safe and effective way to increase weight using progressive overload is to add 2.5% to 10% more weight to the exercise in each session. For example, if you can lift 100 pounds for 3 sets of 10 reps, you could increase the weight to 105 pounds or 110 pounds for the next session. However, if you are a beginner, it may be more appropriate to increase the weight by smaller increments, such as 2.5% to 5%, until you have developed good form and technique in the exercise. Additionally, for certain exercises such as squats and deadlifts, it may be better to increase the weight in smaller increments to prevent injury. It's also important to listen to your body and avoid increasing the weight too quickly or too much at once, as this can lead to injury or muscle strain. Remember to track your progress and adjust your weight increases accordingly. Second, increasing the number of repetitions. In general, a good guideline is to increase your repetitions by 1 or 2 per set every 1 to 2 weeks. For example, if you can perform 3 sets of 10 reps with a certain weight, you could increase the reps to 11 or 12 for the next session. However, if you are a beginner, it may be better to focus on maintaining good form and technique before increasing repetitions. This can help prevent injury and build a solid foundation for future progress. It's also important to consider the overall volume of your workout. If you are increasing repetitions, you may need to decrease the weight slightly to maintain proper form and avoid fatigue. Conversely, if you are increasing the weight, you may need to decrease the number of reps to maintain good form and avoid injury. The third factor is increasing the number of sets. Similar to increasing weight and repetitions, the number of sets you should increase at a time using progressive overload depends on your individual fitness level and goals. In general, it's best to start increasing the number of sets by 1 to 2 per exercise every 1 to 2 weeks. For example, if you're currently performing 3 sets of an exercise, you could increase to 4 or 5 sets for the next session. However, if you are a beginner or if you're new to a particular exercise, it may be best to focus on mastering proper form and technique before increasing the number of sets. It's important to keep in mind that increasing the number of sets can also increase the overall volume of your workout, which can lead to increased fatigue and a higher risk of injury. Therefore, it's important to progress gradually. The fourth factor is decreasing rest periods. Decreasing rest periods is a common method to utilize progressive overload in workouts, increasing intensity and muscle adaptation. Starting with longer rest periods and gradually reducing by 10 to 15 seconds per set using a timer and adjusting weights and reps accordingly can help safely and effectively decrease rest periods. And the fifth and final factor, increasing time under tension. This involves increasing the amount of time your muscles are under stress during a set, which can help promote muscle growth. Tips include using a slower lifting tempo, increasing reps, using drop sets or isometric holds, and gradually increasing weight. It's important to listen to your body and progress gradually to avoid injury or overtraining. The progressive overload principle works by causing microtrauma to the muscle fibers during a workout, which then leads to an increase in protein synthesis and the growth of new muscle tissue. The muscle then adapts to the increased demand by becoming stronger and more resistant to the stress placed on it. Now, here's the reason you most likely aren't seeing progress. You stay in your comfort zone. Your comfort zone is nice. You do the movements and exercises you know and are used to, and you use the type of weights or machines you're comfortable with. You know what rep range you like and what you feel good in. Your comfort zone is just that, comfortable. Yet, it is the number one inhibitor of progress. Staying in your comfort zone may mean you're using too comfortable a weight or stopping your reps or sets when you think you're tired versus when you have actual muscle fatigue. To force growth, you have to give your muscles a reason to grow. You need to increase the demand on them. Here are some steps you can start today to apply the progressive overload principle. Step 1, determine your starting point. Determine your starting point by figuring out how much weight you can lift with proper form for a specific exercise. This will help you establish a baseline for which you can progress. Step 2, increase weight or reps gradually. Once you've established your starting point, you can begin to increase the weight or reps gradually. Aim for a weight increase of 5 to 10% per week, or add 1 to 2 reps per set. Step 3, rest and recover. Remember, muscles grow during rest and recovery, not during the actual workout. Allow for adequate rest and recovery time between workouts to avoid overtraining. Step 4, incorporate variety. Incorporating variety into your workout routine can also help stimulate muscle growth. Try different exercises, rep ranges, and training methods to keep your body guessing and prevent plateaus. The concept of progressive overload and the SAID principle are simple. Through consistency and discipline, you can push yourself to force change in your body. I hope you enjoyed this video. Click the screen if you'd like to apply these principles to your specific goals by watching another one of our videos explaining how to train for your specific goals.